What's going on, everybody? Blake here with Trade Tracer. As always, none of this is financial advice. Always trade and invest at your own risk. If you like this content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and check out the details to follow me on Twitter and Telegram. All right, let's make this quick. We got the SPY pulled up here on a daily time frame, and we are in a 12-day uptrend. This market has continued to pay us. Currently, my take on the market is that we are a little far extended from the top of this cloud. I could definitely see some sideways action or even some pullback, maybe to test the top of this cloud and even break trend. That is not going to surprise me by any means. Right now, I am not pressing any longs up here. I would like to see some consolidation, maybe a pullback. The way that I'm playing this market is I am holding previous swing trades that we have triggered and engaged from our trading playbook along with the indexes. All right, so right now the S&P is leading. I'm still long the S&P from this candle back on the 26th when we had rules to get long above this cloud. Since then, you had to have a little patience, and then we just started getting paid. All right, so the S&P is leading. That's going to be the focus once again. Like I said, I'm not pressing up here. I'm being patient. I am holding runners versus my stop. Now, the NASDAQ played catch up this past couple weeks, but still not breaking out and leading like the S&P 500. Keep a close eye. We have some tech earnings coming up this week, like I believe Netflix and a couple more, so keep a close eye on the tech sector. The industrials are still showing relative strength, so we can't ignore this, right? The industrials are still breaking out to new highs with MACD showing relative strength. So definitely want to, if you're not involved in this, maybe put some attention into your investment portfolio in the industrials. What's going on with the bonds, right? So we've been talking about bonds for a while now. I said the bonds needed to hold this 139.01. That was the previous capitulation low back on March 17th. Finally, we're back above that level. We could start to see bonds catch a bid, but we are seeing some resistance above this, the top of this cloud. So keep a close eye on that. Not a great trade setup in my opinion, but ideally I would like to see bonds start to make the TLT in general make a move a little bit higher and maybe relieve some of that selling pressure. Now, what's going on in the crypto world? Let's see. Bitcoin actually is starting to break trend. It's breaking below this cloud. We have new highs without MACD. So basically what that's telling me is we're putting in new highs. Okay, so we're moving that direction, but the momentum is slowing down. So new highs without MACD, confirming those new highs. These highs were not confirmed with momentum, and we are now breaking below this cloud, which is essentially the 50-day moving average. So if we start to break below, I'd say, let me go ahead and get a level here for you guys. If we start breaking below 50,000, 50,300, 50,400, that would be cause for concern, and we could potentially see a deeper pullback in the crypto space. I mentioned on Twitter, keep a close eye on Dogecoin. Market cap surpassed the NASDAQ, so that tells you all you need to know about what's going on in the crypto world. The Ethereum is actually holding up a little bit better. So Ethereum is still holding the cloud. MACD is still curling over, but hasn't had that cross yet. But you can see exactly where we caught this bid, which was one of our levels right around that 1900 level. So you can see we broke trend, came down to this 1900, and now we're starting to catch a bid again. But if Bitcoin doesn't show some strength here, it's going to be hard for the rest of the crypto space to gather momentum as well. Finally, last thing I want to talk about, guys, is gold. So gold is actually showing some relative strength here. It's above the cloud. I think last week I mentioned that we had this double bottom right here and here from the anchored VWAP from, I believe it was the April lows back in, April lows of 2019. So basically, the 2-year volume weighted average price for GLD got a double bottom on that. So that's a very strong setup if we can hold that double bottom and get above the cloud, which we did, which is why we went and took a position in GDX, the gold miners last Friday. So Friday we actually closed above the trigger, above this downtrend line. I'll be targeting 37 and 39 on GDX. Just to wrap up one more time, S&P is in a major uptrend. We're fairly far extended from the top of this cloud. We're in the middle of earnings season, so be prepared for some sideways action. Be prepared for a pullback. You know, there's a saying, sell in May and go away. I'm not predicting that, but definitely something that, could potentially play out this year. That's all I got for you guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Check out the details. Take care.